Eagle fans, let's welcome to the court your Pensacola Christian College Eagles!
Want to get a head start on college? With the online dual enrollment program from PCC, you can do just that. Gain an affordable Christian liberal arts education with a biblical worldview, equipping you for your future degree. Open to rising sophomores and above, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year that count toward both high school and college requirements. With over 30 courses offered fall, spring, and summer, choose to lighten your college load and, depending on your major, finish college early. You'll be able to fit courses around your schedule, a perfect way to complete many of your college liberal arts courses before you graduate from high school and step foot on campus. And the best part is, you'll only pay a fraction of what you pay for those same classes if you took them in college. Get a head start on your education today by visiting pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
Choosing a college is so much more than deciding where you're going to live for the next few years. It's choosing a culture, group of people, and academic standard that will shape you into the person you want to become. It's an exciting time, and when you visit campus, it gets even more exciting. It's your moment to get a feel for the atmosphere and community. Catch a game, sit in on classes, visit chapel, make new friends, and so much more. And now you can experience college life your way with multiple visit options. No matter when you come, you'll find a vibrant community influencing the world for Christ. You won't just blend in, you'll belong. So don't wait. See how you can experience PCC today.
At Pensacola Christian College, we believe in helping you reach your goals. And that's why we're dedicated to something we call the PCC Promise. We want to provide you with a place that you can achieve academic excellence, based on a biblical worldview and give you an incredible experience, all at an unmatched cost.
Knowing the faculty here and knowing how much I felt like they cared about me, this is where I want it to be.
No matter what career you're going to go into, you need to know what God says, you need to make choices, and you need to be informed biblically.
It's very fun to just go out and hang out with a bunch of guys who are Christ-like.
I have a job on campus, which is a huge blessing.
And I also did have a scholarship because my parents were involved in ministry.
Then fourth year free comes along. You don't have to worry about it.
Our goal is to empower leaders to influence the world for Christ, and we would love to invest in your future.
The NCCAA is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the 4 core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help us create and maintain a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. Welcome to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Tonight's matchup is between Welch College and your Pensacola Christian College Eagles. At this time, please stand for prayer and remain standing for the national anthem. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this blessed day that you have given to us. We thank you for a wonderful weekend of rest. Pray that you will be with all the players, Lord. And I pray that you help us to exemplify you in all that we do. In Jesus' name, amen. Tonight's sports medicine coverage is provided by Baptist Healthcare and the Andrews Institute for Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. To learn more about the outreach program and available sources, please visit andrewsinstitute.com. Starting tonight for Welch College, number 0, Mason Thornhill. Number 5, Tony Gaines. Number 13, Isak Erickson. Number 21, Jonah Randall. and number 35, Draven Smith. The Flames are led by Coach Greg Fawbush. And now, Eagle Nation, let's make some noise and meet the starting lineup for your Pensacola Christian College Eagles. A junior from Woodstock, Virginia, number 1, Paul Stickles. A senior from Orange, California, number 2, Josh Azucena. A senior from Crawley, West Virginia, number 3, Caden Pack. A sophomore from Brazil, number 13, Raul Bertinato. And a senior from Burleson, Texas, number 55, the big Liam Gertz. The Eagles are led by Coach Jason Bell with assistant coaches Mike Conlin and Mark Getch.
Thank you so much, A.J. Wilson, for those pregame ceremonies as we get things kicked off. A matchup between two teams in different regions of the NCCAA. One region, the South region, being your host team, Pensacola Christian College, and also the Flames from Gatlin, Tennessee, are part of the Mid-East region of the NCCAA. We have Draven Smith, center court, along with Liam Gertz. Gertz averaging just under 17 points per contest this season. We're ready to get things kicked off. Alvin Chapman, the voice of the Eagles here, alongside me, Clay Miller. Clay, great to have you this evening as we kick off a long weekend of games. The Eagles played Friday against LaGrange College, Saturday against Huntington College, two teams members of the Collegiate Conference of the South. And now we play against an NCCAA opponent as scoring already gets kicked off. Number 0, Nathan Thornhill with the first triple. But Clay, great to have you here this evening nonetheless.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to call these games with you. It's been a long weekend, like you said, but it's all been exciting basketball. I love being surrounded by this sport. I think it's one of the best sports ever created. So,
Pack with an attempt at a response. Boom. Caden Pack the triple good. Caden Pack having a career best in points. 22 points per contest. He's a scorer. Had 29 points against Huntington College. A season best this year. 36 points actually against Baptist University of Florida. The response unavailable for Isak Erickson.
yeah, Caden Pack is just able to find his own bucket, whether it be off the dribble or off the pass. He's really good at doing that. He's also really good at finding his teammates as well.
Stickles, the attempt, a lot of collision. Basket, no good nonetheless. In transition, here's Tony Gaines. Gaines averaging 17 points per contest this year, while circled in the possession of 21. Jonah Randall. Bertinato with tight defense on Draven Smith. For the contested try, good for Jonah Randall. That was great defense to play. Better offense as well. That's the first turnover as well for Caden Pack. Smith in transition, can't convert a point off the turnover. We'll head the opposite direction. Azucena in transition had 20 points in the last outing against Huntington College. Stickles buckets no good. Poor boxing out done here by the Flames of Welch College. Now a third opportunity for points, a potential for 4, no, rebounded instead by Gaines. But if you're the Flames, you gotta do a better job instead of anticipating the jumping match, getting a box out and rebounding in the position of a lowly position as well.
Yeah, the Eagles just kind of short-armed a couple of those layups there. Unfortunate for them, but also Welch just good job on keeping the fight going on the rebounds.
Gertz gets switched on to the guard Gaines and takes advantage. Liam Gertz, the bucket inside, had 25 points in the matchup against LaGrange, and also the bucket to win the game by 1. All the games this weekend for the Eagles were matchups decided by 1 point. A lot of stress as a broadcaster this weekend for us.
Absolutely, it's been fun basketball. It's been fun to watch. You know, that's why this sport is awesome. It's always going to come down to the wire with games like that, and win or lose, it's always entertaining.
And the bucket good for Azucena. Azucena his first number of games since November the 2nd, went down with a small injury. But during that time, you mentioned, I'm going to keep saying it the way you said it, a generational run of brewing. Went 8 of 8 from the field, 3 of 3 from downtown, 21 points prior to the conclusion of the first half, and a moving screen called by Draven Smith. But back to Azucena. What efficient shooting nights he had. Had his first double-digit game on Friday in a long time this season. Azucena averaging 12 points per contest.
Yeah, Josh was just on that game that he got injured. I really thought he could have had a 50-point game that night, and it looks like tonight he's coming out with that same aggression that I saw from that one game.
Gertz from down low. Stickles hits the hardwood. Thornhill involved in the positioning of the rebound. Now heading the opposite direction. A turnover for Erickson.
Great job on Caden Pack there, bumping the offensive player legally. Just allows the dribble to be jostled off of his leg, and it's going to come back the Eagles' way.
Gertz, an attempt at a drive, double team. We saw against Huntington College and even LaGrange College, teams respecting the game of Liam Gertz. He even had a quadruple team on the low baseline as well during the second half of the LaGrange game.
Yeah, Liam has a lot of gravity this season. A lot of teams have found out that he is one of the front runners for this offense. And if you have that type of gravity, that also comes with a lot of respect to move the ball as well.
One more pass to Stickles, left all alone in the corner, hard off the rim. Stickles with a lot of open opportunities. That's probably the most open opportunity he'll have all evening, despite being 1 of 4 from the field. He gets on the board for the first time this evening.
Good heads-up play there by Josh to find Paul. Just like you said, it's going to be one of the most open shots that he's had all night.
Stickles getting in the passing lane. Back to Azucena. Azucena gets to his right hand. The finish beautiful as well. The Eagles now on an 8-0 scoring run.
Josh just makes all of that look way too easy.
Yes. Now Gaines guarding now Bertinato. Thornhill goes inside to Randall. Gaines within the painted area, outside to Smith. Smith backs it, is good. He's averaging 12 points per contest himself.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a shooting struggle the last game that they played. I feel like a lot of the stuff that he was throwing up was good in their offensive scheme. He's hitting early tonight, so we'll see how that storyline develops within this game.
The second attempt. Oh my! Boom, boom, boom!
Pack for 3.
Had a really, really cool celebration as well.
Yeah, we love to see that from KP there, getting a good contested 3. I love the confidence coming from him tonight. I feel like he might have a big game.
Smith gets blocked by Gertz, but I believe a foul on the backside by Stickles.
Yeah, referee saw a little bit of a hold there from Paul Stickles. Great defense up top by Liam. Smacks the ball down, sends him to the line. I honestly think they're just thinking, let's make him earn it at the line.
Now Peck to the table here for Pensacola Christian College. He's averaging 8.9 points per contest this year. 5 points in the last game against Huntington College, but at a crucial moment, they did come indeed. I believe it was 5 points in that first half, actually. Let me just make sure so I get his stats correctly. No, yes, 5 points in that game. Had a corner 3 on the left side, southbound of the stadium, and he had a very interesting shot off a curl screen where he kind of adjusted his body midway in the air. It was quite impressive, if you ask me.
Yeah, that was a very impressive jump shot. He kind of jumped facing the sideline bleachers, and then in midair readjusted himself to face the rim. Very athletic play. I also thought even though it was only 5 points, he did a really good job of making sure they were smart and high-efficiency shots.
Stickles will find Peck. Bertinato now with 14 to fire. Peck will go inside. Pack loves working on the low block. Stickles receives a bullet pass, and he somehow finds Gertz. Gertz from the top of the key. Long rebound by Pack. You mentioned recently, that's one of the things you love about Pack's game. The fact that for a guard,
he just uses his athleticism and his determination to get in there and get rebounds over the bigger players in the paint.
Peck lets it fly. Hard off the rim. Second chance opportunity. not profitable for Pensacola in regards to points. Triple on its way, no good, despite hitting the deck. Erickson can't get the call from the official.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a call on the perimeter tonight with how the new rule is affecting the game with protecting the three-point shooters. A lot of people running in and landing under them.
The Eagles now leading by their largest lead of the game, 7 points. Bertinato with his third three of the game. Had one yesterday, this past Saturday as well. Timeout on the floor. Let's step aside here briefly. Eagles leading by their largest lead of the half so far, 7 points. Caden Pack, 2 threes, deep threes as well. Leads all scores and points thus far.
He's just doing a really good job of finding spots where he can be efficient, one of them being really highly defended, and it didn't seem to phase him.
Gaines to the basket, and a very strong block as well on Gaines. That's Pack with his first rejection of the game and also for his team. Doing a really good job staying vertical there. It really much could have been called a foul, but remaining composed defensively works to Pack's advantage. Fading basket not available. Pack picks up rebound number 3. Pack fakes the handoff. The feed inside somehow finds the hands of Gertz. Very tight window, nonetheless. Pack and Gertz get it done.
That's something that Pack is really good at. He just finds those needle-threading passes. Sometimes they go through just like that instance, and it makes it look like a very beautiful play.
Draven Smith too strong off the backboard. Here comes Stickles in transition. Met by Smith. Pack receives it. Guarded now by Scooter Crockett. And gets his pocket pick. Nearly a turnover. Indeed, yes, a turnover. Let's see who they'll pin it on. Now the runner in transition, true. That's Clay Carter, the senior guard from Madison, Indiana.
Takes a lot of concentration to hit a runner like that, especially with Caden Pack flying into him. Great concentration there to put that down. It's going to be something to watch out for because he seems more like a shooter to me.
And the basket good as well for Pack. He has 8. Now Scooter Crockett is going to be met by Gertz. Gertz ignores the screen from Gaines. Step back jumper, good for Crockett.
It's a very confident step back. Step back jumpers are a little bit more difficult to hit because your center of balance is still moving, but good on him to hit that.
Bertinato to the table here for the Eagles. The handoff to Stickles, he's guarded by Gaines. Peck comes off the screen. Nonetheless, a foul. That's going to be Carter's first. Gertz doing a great job remaining stationary on that screen attempt. Usually, whenever you move or shuffle your feet, the possibilities for an offensive foul potentially could have been called.
Yeah, good on Liam Gertz there to just make sure the ref knew that was his space. Welch just going through him, and that's always going to be called right there.
Bertinato, the turnover. Now coming this way is Oakley. Oakley stopped by Bertinato's defense. He'll lead the break. Woods will stop in transition. One more pass to Gertz. He's left all alone in the corner. Basket no good. Carter, the rebound.
Still a great find there. skipping cross court to the corner to one of the most efficient shooters that we have and from the three-point line. It's a great look, and it's going to fall at some point.
Gaines, basket no good. And the Eagles will take over here. Woods goes corner, finds Peck. He'll let it fly. Too strong for Peck. Can't draw iron.
Liam did a good job of calling out that pin down screen. Just couldn't find the bottom of the net. It's the shooter you want taking that type of shot, though.
Draven Smith utilizes a shot fake, not really placing the ball in the air, but almost pumps his head ever so slightly. Gets Wood in the air, and he hits the bucket. And Peck usually is a threat from perimeter. Instead, takes 2 dribbles inside and finishes on the right side instead. Crockett being guarded now by Stickles. Gaines being guarded by Bertinato. Pack also to the table. He leads all scorers with 8 points. Only 1 turnover to his name as well. Now Peck gets the loose ball. Stickles fakes the handoff. Bertinato already with a 3 today. And Stickles turns it over. Gaines doing a great job fronting the post.
Yeah, you could see the vision of what Paul wanted to do there. Just defender also saw that vision and was able to cause the turnover.
Now Azucena as well as Stickles preparing to come into the contest. Gertz as well as Stickles out of the contest here for head coach Jason Bell. Azucena, I love how creative of a guard he is. The true definition of a combo guard, especially when you allow him to operate in space.
Yeah, Josh Azucena is one of those players that if you give him the ball and say, hey, go get yourself a bucket, he's going to find a way no matter who's in front of him.
He can do it by himself, but when you give him a big like Gertz or even Akinofo, who's currently on the bench right now, a spin move for Pack, gets to the basket as well. What a way to get into double figures.
Speaking of somebody that can create off the dribble, what a pretty spin move there by Pack.
Pack normally uses his spin move almost to back his defenders into the rim, but instead uses it to get by his man. It's almost like he's pressed B while playing Xbox.
Absolutely.
Or press X or circle. What's the other one for PS5?
I believe it's circle.
And Azucena fronting the post very well. Gains to the basket. No good. Rebounds his miss. Can't get the second chance opportunity, but will get a chance to earn 2 free throws at the free throw line. Tony Gaines, as we mentioned, the leading scorer so far for the Flames of Welch College, averaging 17 points per game. This is his first trip to the free throw line.
He did a really good job of fighting for the board down there, creating a lot of contact. There was a lot of physicality down there on the block, and he just stuck with it, made sure that he was going to get that ball up in that rim no matter what. Now he's going to earn his 2 points at the line.
First free throw, no good, but Gaines 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Azucena, the play caller here. Peck. Now Crockett switches the responsibilities now to Randall. Bertinato turns the corner. Azucena goes back door and reverses the layup as well. Azucena with his second field goal of the game, and it comes along the baseline play.
Josh Azucena has almost a built-in speed boost. He does really well of just getting past anyone he wants to. Despite being a smaller guard, he scores a lot inside of the paint and at the rim.
Randall will drive. Azucena draws the handball, rather the jump ball. And it wins the Eagles the possession as well. I love not just the defense's aggressiveness by the Eagles, but the attention to details the Eagles are playing defensively. Azucena doing a great job double teaming Azucena as Randall was trying to work his man back into the post. And that's something that I start to see a little bit more often now. We mentioned in the last game the paint point made by the Lady Flames, and it wasn't necessarily back to the basket points, but I guess you could even say it was taking advantage of baskets on the dribble drive. But nowadays, despite the block from Pack, oh man, I would have went crazy if I wasn't continuing to talk. But nonetheless, almost a near attempt for a block there by Woods. But nonetheless, one thing that I start to notice here, unless you're big, of great stature and length, if you're going to be a person that's a forward or a wing to back your defender, if you take more than 3 or 4 dribbles, the double's coming.
Yeah, the evolution of basketball has really changed in that fact of, like, they don't, unless you're a big, like what you were saying, a really strong big inside, they're not going to come double team you, because normally if you're a 3 or a 4 getting down on the block, you're most likely coming from the perimeter, you're removing a shooter, so coming down to double team, something like that really helps on the defensive side of the ball. And going back to that block from Caden Pack, doing a really good job of jumping straight up, not creating any body contact at all, and swiping at the ball at the perfect second.
That was his 3rd turnover there, the steal by Carter against the block in transition. Blocking a defender rather than opposition in transition, one of the hardest things to do. And the steal there as well by number 13, Erickson. Draven Smith tried for the style point and missed it completely.
It's one of those situations where a layup is just as much as a dunk, and you would almost want to just go for safety and have a layup in that instance.
Bertinato picks up the foul. Crockett with standstill defense as well on Pack. Now Gertz as well as Stickles preparing to check into the contest.
Refs are letting the boys play a little bit today. I love that kind of physicality on defense. Wondering if they're going to rein it in at some point, but I love this style of basketball.
Now Azucena preparing to be the inbounder here. And a blocking foul on number 11, Scooter Crockett.
Could have been one of those instances where the ref saw that he was just trying to flop, just maybe flamboyant a little bit, get a little bit of an offensive foul call there, so he's going to make sure that no one tries that again.
Don't know if the fans at home can see this, but us being based on, we can notice a bit of chirping between Pack and Crockett as well. Now Gertz will drive, goes up strong on Randall, rather on Gaines, basket no good. Now here's Jonah Randall. And the Eagles up by 8 points. The last lead for the Flames, 6-5. And Crockett with the triple and a little conversation with Pack as well.
You know, I as a bystander, I love chirping. I love how it just adds to the game. It fuels the fire just a little bit. I know both coaches maybe not want that. Could there be a situation where a technical arises? But as a fan, for the love of the game, chirping adds just a little bit extra to a basketball game.
It can add a little bit extra to the basketball game, but it also can be a bit excessive depending on what the chirping is. And the steal there by Randall. Randall clears for takeoff, and the dunk available. Now the Flames, who was down by as much as 10 points, are on a 5-0 run. And the few Flames fans that are present making themselves known this evening. And Gertz draws the foul on Gaines.
That was a great vision there by Caden Pack to find Liam Gertz down there. It almost could have been a turnover, just kind of swiped down on top of Liam Gertz's head right there.
The 7-0 run here by the Flames cut a 10-point deficit now to 3. Now Gertz receives it, works on Randall, spin move, regathers off the window. And by one of my favorite broadcasters, Mark Anthony, he says this: good defense, but that's just better offense.
Exactly. You're just going to let the big man go to work at that point.
Crockett stopped in his tracks and given inside. Smith, the bucket good.
Did a really good job of using his size advantage there on Paul Stickles. Paul Stickles is a great defender, but in that situation, number 35 for Welch, Draven Smith just has a little bit more of an advantage.
Switching crossover, goes inside to Gertz, and that's turnover number 4. Actually, I think number 5 there for Pack. Pack leading the charge as far as scoring is concerned. And I will say he does a lot of good for this Eagles basketball team. But turnovers, I guess you can even say the Achilles heel of Pack's game, averaging 7 turnovers per contest this year.
For sure. He does a lot of good, like what
a ton
you were
of
saying.
good. Yes, absolutely.
And he is definitely the front runner of this Eagles offense and a lot on the defensive side as well. But that is, if you could change one thing about his game, it would be the turnovers.
I would even go even further as Azucena misses the triple. He's not just my front runner for the Eagles offense, but he's my selection potentially once we get into region play for a potential selection of South Region Player of the Year as Gaines drives to the basket and cuts the deficit to 1. But if there's any argument that any other coach could potentially say, I mean, that was 7 turnovers per game is a striking statistic.
For sure. If there was a situation where there was 2 players that were maybe matched up with Caden Pack in the same numbers, I feel like it would have to come down to the turnovers.
Absolutely. There is a player now who could be in that conversation. That's Diego Fernandez for Trinity College of Jacksonville. Timeout called here as well by head coach Jason Bell. A lot of energy on the side for the Flames, and they're taking advantage, cutting a 10-point deficit now to 1 point. Currently on an 11-2 run, the Eagles scoreless the past minute and 49 seconds. Nonetheless, Diego Fernandez from Trinity College of Jacksonville has similar numbers as Caden Pack, averaging roughly around 20 to 21 points per game. Pack averaging around 22 points per game. Pack does have better field goal and 3-point percentages as well, but the one outlier, which Fernandez does average around 4 to 5 turnovers per game himself, but 7 turnovers per contest.
Yeah.
That could, if I'm a coach voting for who I want to have my bid, if it's between Diego Fernandez and him, I could see why, or a Shad Vanderhart from Bob Jones University, or that could be almost a deciding factor. So not just being on first team all region, which I believe is something that he has gotten in the past and can get, but I mean for region player of the year, which is something that I think he does have his eyes set for.
Yeah, and not saying that all turnovers are excusable,
no.
but when you are the primary ball handler and you are the primary creator for your team, turnovers come with the job.
Yes, but this year he has done a lot of good, and when I say a lot of good, for sure. Shooting at a high volume and also capacity, having multiple 25-plus games as well. And this game today could end up being one of those matchups as well where he gets into a high-scoring category. Nonetheless, Clay, we're about 3 minutes in, and I know you have a little report card. We didn't get a chance to go into it, but what are some keys to the game for both the Flames and the Eagles to be successful?
I feel like the biggest thing that Welch needs to do in this game to make sure they have a chance is try to contain Caden Pack and big man down low, Liam Gertz, as he gets another one, and create turnovers. Kind of like what we were saying, turnovers is a big part of Caden Pack right now, and if they can increase that, they'll have a chance in this game. And then on PCC side, you really need to make sure that you're trying to contain Tony Gaines and Draven Smith, as they're the 2 main front runners of this Welch offense.
Smith already with 8 points. Randall goes back door to Smith. Smith works on Gertz, loses possession. 2 minutes and 36 seconds remaining on the game clock. Pack tries to work on Smith. Stutter step to the basket, gets his man past him, and I love the little flex that he does as well.
Caden Pack with a big grown man move. I love it. Using his size, using his athleticism to show that he is that guy down low.
We mentioned that he does a lot of good. Honestly, that was a lot of great right there. Not just using his size to his advantage, but utilizing head and ball fakes as well to get his man up in the air and out of position.
For sure, and I know it's not the same, but playing pickup ball with Caden Pack, he uses that a lot. It gets a lot of people up in the gym over at the field house.
Azucena to Pack, takes the ball screen, but Crockett remains on his assignment. Now 8 on the shot clock. Makes his man miss. Spin move. Basket good. Oh my goodness. Caden Pack.
Put him on the ground, Caden. Made that man, find that man a map, Al.
Wow.
Find that man an app.
We said he does a lot of good. That was a ton of great. Caden Pack. Man. Wow, we're going to go ahead to break. I'm going to see if video has that recording. potentially a highlight of the year. We got a chance to witness Pack on the bench now. Peck, Azucena, and Stickles, the guard core for the Eagles, with Bertinato and Gertz filling out the forward spots. But Pack heads on the bench with 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a highlight to put on his huddle mixtape.
I was about to say, if I'm Caden Pack in that instance, after this game, come away hopefully with a win for his sake, but that's going in my back pocket for later.
Absolutely. Crockett keeps his pivot. Now 5 to fire. Draven Smith, turnaround jumper, no good. Azucena takes the rebound, but the Eagles doing a great job grabbing solid defensive rebounding position. Stickles to Bertinato. Bertinato will drive on Gaines, and he'll get his back towards the basket. Goes to Peck. Peck will drive and kick to Stickles. Stickles now with 10 to fire. Stickles goes to Bertinato. Bertinato takes the contact, and too strong off the glass. I'm still thinking about that incredible move there by Pack.
I think a lot of us, even the people at home, are thinking about that as well.
Man, oh man. And now, about 6 seconds separate the shot clock as well as the game clock. The Eagles could go for a 2-for-1, but honestly, a basket to stretch the lead would almost be more of a priority here, Clay.
For sure, and that's looked like what the Eagles are doing right now, getting the ball over to Josh Azucena. Definitely want to see something come out of this for them.
Peck goes to Bertinato, 3 seconds to fire, goes to Stickles, and a shot clock violation for the Eagles, now with 5 seconds and 7/10 of a second remaining. Not the best way to conclude the offense of the first half, despite the Eagles shooting 51% from the field and 25% from 3.
No, definitely the Eagles definitely wanted to see something a little bit different there, trying to run something, but good on Welch to make it hard for them.
Gaines works the sideline and taking away the basket. He steps out of bounds in just enough time to potentially beat the buzzer. We've seen Liam Gertz with a buzzer beater this season, even to conclude a half as well. Let's see what the Eagles can potentially muster up.
2.4 seconds is a lot of time, enough to get 1, maybe 2 passes in.
Azucena lets it fly from midway off the front of the rim.
That was really close. Would have loved to see that go in, but nonetheless, going in with a lead to halftime must feel really good for the Eagles right now.
The Eagles leading 35-28. Pack, 14 points with 4 rebounds. And Smith leading the way here for the Flames. Fans at home, thank you so much for joining us here in the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles, for this final game prior to the conclusion of November. More basketball when we come back, but until then, please enjoy these promotional videos provided by Pensacola Christian College. Thank you.
Want to get a head start on college? With the online dual enrollment program from PCC, you can do just that. Gain an affordable Christian liberal arts education with a biblical worldview, equipping you for your future degree. Open to rising sophomores and above, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year that count toward both high school and college requirements. With over 30 courses offered fall, spring, and summer, choose to lighten your college load and, depending on your major, finish college early. You'll be able to fit courses around your schedule, a perfect way to complete many of your college liberal arts courses before you graduate from high school and step foot on campus. And the best part is, you'll only pay a fraction of what you pay for those same classes if you took them in college. Get a head start on your education today by visiting pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
Choosing a college is so much more than deciding where you're going to live for the next few years. It's choosing a culture, group of people, and academic standard that will shape you into the person you want to become. It's an exciting time, and when you visit campus, it gets even more exciting. It's your moment to get a feel for the atmosphere and community. Catch a game, sit in on classes, visit chapel, make new friends, and so much more. And now you can experience college life your way with multiple visit options. No matter when you come, you'll find a vibrant community influencing the world for Christ. You won't just blend in, you'll belong. So don't wait. See how you can experience PCC today.
At Pensacola Christian College, we believe in helping you reach your goals. And that's why we're dedicated to something we call the PCC Promise. We want to provide you with a place that you can achieve academic excellence based on a biblical worldview and give you an incredible experience, all at an unmatched cost.
Knowing the faculty here and knowing how much I felt like they cared about me, this is where I want it to be.
No matter what career you're going to go into, you need to know what God says, you need to make choices, and you need to be informed biblically.
It's very fun to just go out and hang out with a bunch of guys who are Christ-like.
I have a job on campus, which is a huge blessing.
And I also did have a scholarship because my parents were involved in ministry.
Then fourth year free comes along. You don't have to worry about it.
Our goal is to empower leaders to influence the world for Christ, and we would love to invest in your future.
Fans, as a reminder, please visit our concessions for food, snacks, and refreshments, including Papa John's personal pizzas, Chick-fil-A sandwiches, chips, drinks, and more. Let's cheer on the Eagles as the second half begins right now.
35-28 was the first half score of Caden Pack. 14 points, shooting 6 of 8 from the field, and a highlight reel to put on his senior year highlight tape as well. That might just be the first, clip on that highlight reel as well. Getting past Crockett, spinning off the secondary defender, and then off afterwards, floating the ball above the cylinder. Just like that, the Flames respond quickly after the halftime break. Hello, this is Alvin Chapman alongside me, Clay Miller. Clay, great to have you here this evening. What a second half we're excited to see, but even better first half that we got a chance to call.
Rattled it in, Liam Gertz!
Liam Gertz as well.
Yeah, it's been a great first half. Loved the action between both teams coming into this, and loved that both teams kind of came out with guns blazing automatically. 1-3 on both sides.
Gertz now with 11 points to complement Pack's 14. Can a secondary three come? Indeed it does. Isaac Erickson was his second three of the half. Here's Gertz. Finds Pack. Fat Pack with the right hand on the left side. And he even had an unorthodox drive. And I guess plant to the basket as well. Gets the finish.
Yeah, I love those slow step throughs. It changes a lot about it, and it honestly throws the defender off because of the slow step. They think they're going to go up a little bit sooner rather than later, but he just pauses enough to make sure he gets that open layup.
Isaac Erickson, now a chance for 9 quick points in less than 2 minutes of this half, depending on his conversion of the free throw. Slow to get up, but evidently his defender in his shooting space. That was Caden Pack with his first foul of the game. The Eagles in relatively healthy foul trouble not foul trouble, but foul condition, along with the Flames. First free throw good for Erickson.
Yeah, the Eagles have done a really good job of playing defense and not getting too many calls going in that first half. Setups them up for a good second half with how that's going. Allows them to probably be a little bit more physical towards the end of the game because of how they've played.
Erickson with his first points coming in this second half, and he potentially may end up with 9 pending this free throw, already tying games as far as points are concerned. Nonetheless, just like that, 9 points for Erickson, cuts the deficit to 3. Pack goes to Gertz. Gertz, the contested try, no good. Azucena with the fight for the rebound. Smith turns it over to Pack. Pack, Bertinato left all alone, hits the bottom of the barrel, but before that, hits the back rim super hard, knuckles, and drops as well.
Those threes that hit the back box towards the glass, gets that perfect spot where it just almost kills the ball.
Gaines goes corner, Thornhill. He drives baseline and a foul on Azucena. Now Bertinato with 6 points, 6 rebounds. Both of his threes come from downtown. Only 4 threes on the year, one against Covenant College, the other this past Saturday against Huntington College, and then 2 today. Draven Smith, he has 8 points, 3 of 10 from the field. Now gets his first opportunity to head to the stripe, his second of the game. Smith, one of the primary dominant scorers here for the Flames, stands at 6'4" as well. What are some things that you've noticed about his game as you've watched him, not just in this game, but over the weekend as well?
He's not afraid to get down in the paint. He's got really good footwork from the block area and short corner. Shoots a lot of fading, kind of like turnaround buckets in the mid-range. Not necessarily fallen too profitable for him tonight, but it's something that I've seen over the weekend that has gone well. And he seems very confident from downtown, shooting a couple threes tonight, shooting a lot of threes over the weekend. So we'll see how that plays out for him tonight, whether or not those fall for him eventually.
Basket on its way, no good. And Pack for the loose ball finds the hand and grasp of Azucena. Stickles goes to Pack. Pack keeps his pivot foot alive. The missile to Stickles. And then Bertinato found all by himself. And now gets a chance to convert at the charity stripe as well.
Great patience there by Pat. Kind of gets into the weeds there a little bit, but waits, allows something to develop. Bullets one over to Paul Stickles on the opposite short corner. Then Paul Stickles is able to find Raul. Now Raul's going to get to the free throw line. Misses his first. Hopefully he can convert on the second, though.
Bertinato, pending this free throw, could have 7 points. His best game this season was 18 points and 11 rebounds against Baptist University of Florida. And misses both free throws as well. So far, the Flames leading in the second half score 11-8. Smith now guarded by Stickles. A number of screens being prepared, but also being guarded pretty nicely as well by the Eagles. Gaines getting blocked. That's 2 back-to-back blocks there for Gertz. Azucena finds Pack. Pack doing a great job being available for Azucena. Azucena moving like the speed of lightning. The speed of light, rather, in transition.
Yeah, Josh has great speed with the ball and even greater speed without the ball in his hands.
Smith, triple, gets the shooter's roll, and it's good. Smith now 2 of 4 from downtown. And you mentioned he's comfortable shooting the outside ball as well, Clay.
Yeah, a lot of his game tonight has been within that perimeter, but he's not afraid to let those fly from outside. Does a really good job of finding what he needs to find.
Gertz double team, and the pass on the floor, the layup available for Pack. I was initially going to kind of have some criticism for Liam Gertz dribbling into the double team and also into the help as well. Nonetheless, gets for the loose ball and also finds Pack diving baseline on a great angle. Nonetheless, Azucena picks up the foul on Thornhill. Coach Bell with a tight rotation this evening, only going to Peck along with Woods. Nonetheless, it has found him successful, leading now by 10. By as much as 10 in this game. Gaines being guarded now by Gertz. Gaines to the basket. A lot of contact. It's the bucket. And now a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play for Gaines.
And Gaines does a really good job of creating the contact initially, bumping Liam Gertz off of his path. And then that causes Liam to bump back into him towards going up. Takes a lot of concentration to hit a shot like that. Props to Gaines on that.
Tony Gaines, a 70% free throw shooter. Bertinato gets rebound number 7. Gertz will attack on Randall. And the pass somehow doesn't get turned over. And Bertinato left all alone. And in transition, and the ball deflected off of Traven Smith. And a number of chairs on their bench also a bit discombobulated, but great job nonetheless by Josh Azucena forcing the turnover. Azucena goes behind his back. Now in the possession of Pack. Pack drives on Erickson. Can't get the bucket, but indeed will draw the foul. Sending Pack now to the free throw line. Pack doing a great job being patient. A very speedy guard, but using his speed with wisdom nonetheless.
Despite being one of the smaller guards out on the floor, Caden Pack has a lot of muscle weight to him, and he is able to move the people that are matched up to him off of his line. He's got a lot of power packed in those shoulders.
Power packed in the pack. Oh. Misses the free throw, but knocks down the second nonetheless. Pack continues to add to his total. Can't specifically see it right now. Having some Wi-Fi issues with my laptop, but I will get you updated with the statistics here in a few moments nonetheless. Smith trying to work inside on Azucena. Fading jumper basket, no good. Rebound now number 8 available for Bertinato.
You know, in that situation, you'd almost want to have Smith try to use his size and weight advantage in that situation and get closer to the basket. See if he can't get a better shot than just a fading three over a smaller guard.
Gaines behind his back, makes a man miss. And Gertz, once again, driving into the help of the Flames instead of going baseline where it would have left his man in a one-on-one situation. That is Carter's second foul. Crockett will come into the contest as well. It's actually Carter's fourth foul of the outing. And Smith to steal. Bertinato available. And Smith forgets about the style points. And the Flames edging back into this competition.
Smith definitely learned from his last time down the floor on that situation, playing for safety, wanting to make sure that he got those 2 points for the Welch Flames.
Peck left all alone. That's the last person you want to have wide open despite the miss. Gaines now a chance to cut the deficit at an equalizer of 50. Randall to the basket. Shot no good. Now here is Pack. Bertinato with a tight handle here. The shuffle pass can't find Peck. Great idea there, but Peck in the deep corner instead of more of the winged area of the corner instead.
Yeah, you could definitely see the vision of what they were aiming for right there. Just couldn't get the pass there. I'm proud of the Eagles on that aspect of slowing the game down just a little bit, trying to run their style of basketball, but now they got to try to earn their keep back over here on the defensive side of the ball.
Erickson with 9 points all in the first few moments of the second half. 2 threes and 3 free throws. Crockett leaves it on the front of the rim. Now here's Stickles. Pack being guarded now by Crockett. They go corner to Peck. He's been working corner to corner multiple times. Stickles lets a triple fly. No good. Pack, the second chance opportunity, no good. But a foul, I believe that's going to be on the Flames.
Good job on Paul Stickles right there, getting his position in. It looks like they called it on 5 there. Tony Gaines pulling Paul Stickles down. And good on Paul to get his positioning and make sure that that was going to stay here with the Eagles.
Fed inside. Woods loses it. And we'll keep it here with the Eagles with now 20 to fire. Azucena also preparing to come into the contest as well. Not with enough time. Fading jumper. Basket good. 23 points for Pensacola Christian College's starting guard, Caden Pack. Not to mention as well, no turnovers this half as well for Pack.
Yeah, he's been doing a really good job of being efficient on the offensive side of the ball and being smart with his touches, taking some good shots within the system. Great athleticism play there to get that fading shot. Good on him. And hopefully that kind of takes the lid off the basket here for the Eagles coming out of the half.
The Flames scoreless in the past 2 minutes. The last bucket was from Tony Gaines in transition. What a great baseline out of bounds play there by the Eagles to get Pack wide open. He has 23 points with a lot of basketball remaining this evening.
Yeah, the Welch Flames definitely need to get back to what they were doing earlier in that first half, which was clogging up the lanes. They did a really good job of keeping everyone at their will on the defensive side of the ball. I believe if they get back to that, they'll be getting out in transition, finding their shooters, finding their people in the paint. It'll be much more of a game once they get rolling once again.
The guard core for the Eagles, Peck, Pack, Azucena, Gertz, as well as Woods. As the Eagles now have a 4-point lead, shooting relatively well in the second half, 33% from the field. Nonetheless, rather from perimeter, but 58% from the field with about 13 minutes remaining in the second.
A big thing that I'm wondering will come into effect is the rebound battle within this game. PCC is leading the rebounding battle with 28 boards to the Welch Flames 16. Despite having that rebound battle win, they're only up just 4 points. It's almost the same storyline that we had in the girls' game earlier.
Pack goes baseline and draws the foul, I believe, on Randall. Yes, indeed. That's Randall's first foul of the contest. Gertz works inside to the help of the Flames, finds Peck. Pack splits the 2, goes up strong, gets deflected from behind. But the Eagles will stay here with 13.
I love that pass, just the awareness of the court, knowing that the defender came up on Liam, kind of puts it behind his head, just does a little shovel pass behind his head back there. Would have loved to see him go up with that to get that assist, but nonetheless, it stays here with the Eagles.
7 seconds left to pass to Peck. One more to Woods. Woods leaves it on the table. Very unfortunate sequence. That's a foul along the sideline. That's going to be on Azucena. But I wonder sometimes, man, was the foul prior to Gaines going out of bounds or the opposite potentially? Because right now we're in the opposite where the foul is called despite him going out of bounds. But if he was out of bounds prior to the foul, I mean, I think the verdict potentially could be a bit different here. And the Eagles ball heading northbound. And the block from Woods. Gaines rebounds his own miss. Misses again. And I believe another rebound there for Pack. It's rebound number 7. Azucena misses the layup. Smith out in transition. And Peck gets the foul. A lot of bodies hitting the floor. Gertz in a very difficult situation as well. Glad he was able to get up in his own power. Nonetheless, let's see what the verdict is here. Potential for Gaines. Shoulder to be out of its place. I don't know if Gaines is able to shoot these free throws. I'll be interested to see what would happen.
The way he's holding that arm, I dislocated my shoulder last year. The way he's holding that arm is exactly how it looked for me as well. It looks like he's very favoring of that shoulder. As soon as the contact happened, he started holding that shoulder as well. And in this situation, because he is unable to shoot, Coach Bell gets to choose anyone that he would like to put on the line.
And Crockett will be chose to be the shooter in place of Gaines. Let's see if the Eagles can take advantage of Gaines not being the shooter. He'll exit the match with 7 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. Hopefully he will be okay. You mentioned that you've had a shoulder injury of some type of sort yourself. Is it potentially something that's out of socket and potentially can even maybe be placed back in its socket and resume and play? Or what's your opinions here, Clay?
With something like that, with a shoulder injury, I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to keep him out for the rest of the game just because of the potential of tendon damage and ligament damage. In that situation, you want to make sure that everything's okay. If it is in a dislocation, you're going to want to go get x-rays to make sure that's in there as well.
Gertz makes his defender fall. An evident foul there on Randall. Very interesting here. Pack tried calling a timeout while Gertz was on the floor. Where Gertz gets to the ball, Pack turns around, and the ball was literally 2 feet in front of his face. Nonetheless, a chance for Gertz to convert here at the free throw line. Already with 11 points. His first trip to the charity stripe, nonetheless. Gertz, one of the best free throw shooters here for the Eagles this season. So far, a 63% shooter on the year. Now 13 of 20 on the season. Thornhill will come back into the contest as well. And now Caleb Oakley
Speaking of shoulder injuries, number 0, Mason Thornhill, is wearing a Sully brace. I wouldn't be surprised if it is something of a dislocation or a subluxation for Gaines. If in the later half of his season, coming back after the injury, that he's wearing the same type of brace.
Crockett to the basket, puts his shoulder down and finds success as well. Crockett now with 9. The Flames trailing now by 1. Azucena with the shot fake, goes up strong. And a foul called by the sideline official. Let's see if is it in the act of shooting. And indeed it is. Azucena already with 8 points, rather 6 points from the contest, shooting 50% from the field. And it's difficult to mention as well, that last game against Huntington, the potential to even go to extra double overtime. Azucena had us in our suspense, knocked down the first 2 free throws, yet missed the second one off the back rim, giving Huntington College the victory.
Yeah, but in that situation, there's no other person that I would trust at that line than Josh Azucena at that moment. He has proven himself to be good. Looks like just a little off night here tonight at the free throw line.
Crockett working. Randall fakes the handoff to Crockett. The spin move gets both of his defenders in the air, and now a 1-point advantage available for the Flames.
Good footwork there on the spin move after planting after. Just shows the ball just a little bit, gets both defenders to jump at him, creates an easy look.
Azucena will attack on Jonah Randall. Basket no good. Strong rebound by Gertz, and the reverse layup available as well. Gertz now with 14. 6 of 12 from the field. Thornhill tries to respond back quickly, goes up amongst the tree. No foul called by the official. Azucena finds Stickles. Gets it to Gertz. Gertz, a contested try, no good. Kept alive by Peck and quickly swallowed up by Isaac Erickson. Crockett to the cup. No good. Azucena collects it.
Kind of got lucky there. There was an open lane there for Crockett. Just couldn't finish there for the Eagles. Eagles come up with the rebound. We're going the other way.
Stickles and Azucena on the pistol set. They go inside. The double comes for Gertz. Splits the double and draws the free throw. Rather the foul, which now sets up 1-and-1 free throws for Gertz. Gertz, 1 of 2. From the line this evening, already with 14 points and a chance to stretch this to a 3-point lead. Pack still on the bench here for Pensacola Christian College. Leads all scorers with 23 points. Bertinato into the game here as well for Woods. Woods with 1 field goal that he missed, but a very crucial block on the south side, the defensive end here for the Eagles. Free number 2, good as well. Play for Gertz.
Yeah, just even on that, the foul that got him to the line, it just shows Liam's strength. He had 2 very big defenders come over to him and somehow still rips the ball through, gets himself to the line. Might be something to look out for if they keep doubling him, if he's going to keep trying to fight through the contact or kick out for an open shooter.
16 points along with 5 rebounds now for Liam Gertz. Thornhill takes a screen from Smith. Smith will pop. Erickson will drive. Guarded now by Peck. Too strong off the backboard for Erickson. Up ahead. Now to Stickles. Azucena goes corner. Peck lets it fly. 3 way short. Bertinato fading. Put back. No good. Rebound now by Randall. And Thornhill loses the handle.
That was going to be a good run out there for Welch. Just couldn't handle the pass coming the other way. I know Welch is dying to get that on that fast break opportunity there.
And fortunately, Tony Gaines back into the contest here for the Flames. Remember, a couple moments ago, out of the game, having to have Crockett knock down free throws for him. Nonetheless, he is back into the contest. He's 3 of 11 from the field, but with 7 points, the second leading scorer, or the third leading scorer so far for the Flames. spin move, and the whistle available now for Pack, who just recently checks back into the game and now can have an opportunity for more points and to stretch his lead, rather his point total.
Yeah, I love to see that Gaines is back in this game after hurting his shoulder. Hopefully nothing else comes of that. Hopefully that he's healthy and able to move that, and hopefully he doesn't favor that shoulder either just to be a full game today. Probably going to take it easy the next couple games after.
One thing to even mention here is the free throw struggles here by the Eagles in the second half. In the first half, no attempts from the charity stripe, but in the second half, now 25%, 5 of 12 from the line for the Eagles in the second half. Thornhill goes to Randall. He'll line up a jumper, and it's true. Cuts the deficit now to 1, and head coach Greg Fallbush calls a timeout, a full timeout that is. Let's step aside here briefly. Eight minutes and 2 seconds remaining here on the game clock. A fresh 30 available for the Eagles to operate offensively. Thornhill providing full court pressure here for Stickles. Breaks to Plain with ease. Receives a double screen, and then Pack coming off an Iverson screen himself. Pack already with 24 points, 10 of 15 from the field. Not to mention as well, had 5 turnovers. His last turnover was at the 3-minute mark, but hasn't had a turnover since. Great job by him, honestly.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job tonight. I even like that shot that he took his time.
Oh, yeah, I love that shot. Yes, sir.
It just couldn't fall out at the bottom of the net there. It's a great shot, great look within the offense. I love how they allowed him to go on the ISO. That's kind of what you want in that situation. I don't think there's someone that can stay in front of him.
Gaines amongst the trees gets the 1-point advantage. Good ball fake, step back jumper in line and good for Liam Gertz. What a back skip for him. He now has 19. Him and Pack lead the way in scoring, both combining for 43 points in this matchup.
It just seemed like almost every single game this weekend that the Eagles have played, Liam has had some sort of step-back 3 hit within a crucial moment of the game.
Smith rebounds his own miss and somehow keeps it alive. The deflection available, Thornhill somehow gets to the ball and lays it off the window to knock things up at 61. The Eagles with numbers there, surprised that Thornhill could take advantage and still score.
Yeah, props to Thornhill and just the Welch offense there trying to keep the ball alive.
Another 3 in line for Gertz, hard off the back rim. Now Welch, a chance for numbers, and Erickson draws the foul on Luke Peck. Azucena preparing to come into the game here, potentially looking to alleviate an Eagles field goal issue, missing 5 of their last 6. Peck coming out of the game as well for the Eagles. Erickson on the free throw line. This is his second trip to the line. His first trip was when he went on a 9-0 run himself to open up the second half. 9 straight points for him. a chance to add to his total on 1-and-1 free throws as well. Erickson, one of the leading scorers for this Flames team, averaging 13 points per contest. The sophomore guard. His best game this year was 18 points against Cumberland in Tennessee. And now has, in this matchup, 11 points. And a near turnover forced here by the Flames.
Yeah, Gaines did a really good job of seeing that pass before it could happen. Just couldn't get his hands fully on the ball. Tipped it out. Got 21 seconds here for the Eagles.
Pack receiving extra defensive attention, which is appropriate due to his efficient shooting splits. Nearly loses it and recovered by Gertz inside Bertinato, and somehow the Eagles make something out of nothing.
Something very beautiful out of something very chaotic.
Yes, indeed. Now the Eagles in a 2-3 zone. And the shot available for Randall. And actually, it's interesting that the Eagles go zone here. The Flames haven't missed a three-point attempt all half. 5 of 5, perfect. The lob available and the steal by Erickson. Now a chance to extend it to their largest lead of the game. Erickson loses it. Bertinato tracks it down. And the ball will remain here with 24 seconds left on the shot clock. Southside with the Flames.
Timeout. Hey, timeout. Timeout.
And a 30-second timeout called here by the Eagles. We'll step aside here briefly, Clay, if that's okay with you. Opportunity available for the Flames to extend their lead to the largest they've been. It's tied currently, leading by as much as 3. But Clay, the Flames finding success from perimeter despite the Eagles being in a 2-3 matchup zone. Here's another triple on its way, their first miss at the half.
Yeah, they're really doing a good job of almost shooting better than what anyone's predicted, especially on the scouting report and due to statistics. They normally shoot 28% from the field from the game, and tonight they're shooting 56.
Yes.
And they haven't missed a 3 while PCC has been in the zone.
Absolutely. Randall, well, they just missed a 3 being in the zone on the last offensive possession. We had that all prepped. Unfortunately, they missed the shots, which kind of makes us look bad, but it's okay. But yes, the shooting of Erickson and also showing of Randall, providing now a 3-point advantage for the Flames. Bertinato missing the first free throw. He hasn't made a free throw all the game despite having 9 rebounds and 10 points. And he misses the second. Azucena tries to keep it alive, but to no avail. Smith finds Gaines. And the ball being passed around right sparingly here. Gaines inside, pump fake, layup, and now the largest lead of the game available. 5 points for the Flames.
Good patience there to show the ball, get Raul to jump over him.
Stickles, 3, that's no good. Now a chance to spread the run here for the Flames with about 4 minutes remaining. Gaines being guarded now by Pack. And an illegal screen there by Randall. Rather timely. Armano preparing to come into the game as well for the Eagles. They'll relieve Josh Azucena Azucena with 6.7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 steals on the evening. Pack works on Thornhill. A basket much needed. Can't get the bucket, but he'll get a chance to convert at the free throw line. It's a little scary, the Eagles. All the free throws come in this half, but currently shooting 5 of 14 from the charity stripe. 9 crucial free throws could change the outcome of this game right now.
Yeah, it's been a lot left on the table because of the missed free throws, and Caden Pack has a chance to turn that around a little bit. If they would just hit almost even 50% of the free throws, it would be a better look for them right now.
And another miss here for Pack. Pack on the evening shooting 2 of 5 from the charity stripe. The Eagles as a team usually shoot roughly 46%, 64% from the free throw line. One more pass to Stickles, he'll attack. Find Pack. Pack the spin move and finds the bucket as well despite missing the free throws. Pack now with 26.
Very tough bucket there, absorbs the contact, does a little bit of a runner. Great to see.
Draven Smith loses possession, and the Eagles a chance to cut the deficit or even eclipse it at 68. Unfortunately, a lot of basketball remaining, and the Eagles even with 3 timeouts and many fouls to give. Not a amount of fouls to give, but nobody necessarily in foul trouble. Azucena so far with 3, but he is currently on the bench right now for head coach Jason Bell.
Something definitely to look out for, too. Carter just checked back in. He has 4 fouls.
Yes, because Thornhill also has 4 fouls. Gertz will attack, finds Pack on the dribble handoff. Pack, the spin, goes to Gertz, quickly inside to Stickles in the basket. Good. Stickles, prior to that shot, 1 of 6 from the field. He now has 4 points. Smith being guarded now by Amano. Amano now changing his assignment to Carter. Gaines on Stickles. And the pocket nearly picked there by Pack. And that's going to send Gaines to the free throw line. While the Eagles have struggled this half from the charity stripe, shooting 31%. This half, the Flames nearly perfect. 90% from the free throw line this half. Gaines, 1 of 3 from the line. Misses. Now 1 of 4. Now a chance for the lead here for Pensacola. Pack attacks, draws 2. Swings to Amano. 1 more to Stickles. I believe the pass was deflected. Indeed it was. At first I wondered why Stickles didn't try to save it, but he must have saw something that both of us didn't see.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those situations where I was like, oh, it's going to be a turnover, but it gets to stay here with the Eagles.
Great job by Pack. Hasn't had a turnover since the 3-minute mark, and also has 26 points. Turns it over here. Raven Smith in transition. Basket good. Now a 3-point lead available for the Flames. Spoke too soon, Clay. That was a chance available for the Eagles to take the lead. Now Pack being guarded now by Russell. Goes inside, and an evident foul as well by Gaines. Bit of a hook around the neck of Stickles. That's going to send Gertz to the free throw line. Gaines now with 3 fouls as well.
Yeah, just held on a little bit too long, kind of pulled Liam down to the ground, so it's going to send him to the line. Hopefully he is able to convert on this for the Eagles' sake.
Free throw good despite the struggles from the charity stripe. Gertz 4 of 5 from the line with 20 points now and 7 rebounds. Azucena, Pack, and also Gertz with 4 assists as well. Now the deficit cut to 1.
It's been the story of the past
Weekend.
couple games.
I was just about to say that as well, Clay.
It's been a very exciting, close set of 3 games recently for the Eagles in almost every game that they've played this weekend.
Erickson the follow on the drive by Smith. Eagles now trailing again by 3. Bertinato will hand it off to Stickles. Stickles will keep it. Gertz for the tie. Oh my! Boom, boom, boom! Plus another one available. Potentially the biggest shot of the evening.
It's one of those situations where you got to let the shooter land.
Yes,
Lands directly under him. Liam right in front of the ref. He lands under him. Liam's going to hit the deck. Great concentration, too, to hit the 3-point. Now he's got a chance at a 4-point play.
Yes, absolutely. Liam Gertz, a threat from beyond the arc. Last year averaged 40% from downtown. This year averaging roughly around 30 to 34% from perimeter as far as his percentage is concerned. And just like that, Liam Gertz gets the Eagles back the lead. You know what we're going to do right now? We're going to go ahead and take a break real quick as both teams have a timeout.
Sounds good.
And talk things over. That last highlight you were able to see was the 4-point play made there by Liam Gertz to give the Eagles now a 1-point advantage. And as we mentioned, this has been the story of the half. But Clay, what are some things you've noticed here in this first half, rather second half instead?
So PCC has kind of gone on a little bit of an efficiency run. They've shot 4 of 5 out of their last 5. KP and Liam Gertz have combined so far for 51 total points out of their 73. But on the other side of the ball, you have 4 Welch players in double digits. But on the negative side of that too, Thornhill, Gaines, and Carter all have 4 fouls.
And the steal, Amano takes the place. Carter with 1 foul, but he dribbles the ball off his finger, rather his foot. Gaines, he has 4 fouls as well. Great Hawking defense available. Smith to the basket, good. And a timeout as well. I think it may be a conversation between the officiating, actually. We'll step aside in order for things to get organized by the table, coaches, and officiating. Eagles now trailing by 1. I believe the discrepancy was a foul. Someone was allegedly fouled out. It was Tony Gaines, but he now has 4 fouls. Pack to the basket. Picks up his dribble, loses the ball. Carter picks up his dribble as well. Smith loses it, and he steps out of bounds. Very interesting. I believe that that the timeout was called by the officiating. It's a full timeout, but it's prior to Smith stepping out of bounds. Very interesting call as well here, as the Eagles now trail by 1, Clay.
Yeah, definitely. Just because of the atmosphere, can't let that happen. On the Welch's coach side, he's like, I'm not going to let him step out. I'm going to try to call the timeout. One ref did not hear it. One ref did, so we're going to go with the ref that did hear it. He believes it was before he stepped out, so that's what we're rolling with.
Yeah, very interesting as well, because it from this perspective at least, it didn't seem like Smith was going out of bounds. He was driving along the baseline instead. And so very interesting call nonetheless. The timeout is given to the Flames. And now the Eagles trailing now by 1. Be interesting to see who would be the 5 to finish the game as they trail by 1. The last bucket was a Hughes bucket, a old-fashioned 4-point play for Liam Gertz to give him now 25 points. Now let's see what this unit is. It's Amano, Stickles, Pack, Bertinato, as well as Gertz, the unit. And yes, the Flames now have the ball with 19 on the clock. A 3 could make this a 2-possession game. Let's see what the verdict will be here. Gaines receives it. Jonah Randall, he's been perfect from the 3-point line this evening. Gaines. Randall, the triple, no good. Stickles, a great box out and also rebound.
Yeah, good job on Paul Stickles there, getting position, making sure that they have the possession. And we have ourselves a ball game.
Stickles will drive, picks up his dribble, goes corner. Amano lets it fly. Triple, no good, too strong. And a foul on Carter. Oh, it's the first shot of the game for Amano. That one way off as well. One thing that was interesting as well, Stickles with a great pass, but with Carter with 4 fouls and a 3 not needed for the lead. I'm surprised that Carter wasn't, not Carter, but rather Stickles, didn't just take the basket himself.
Yeah, I feel like he might have had an angle there, definitely, but he thought the better pass was out to the outside. It was an open 3 to a good shooter. So we'll see how the rest of this plays out.
A free throw can make this a 3-point deficit. And it isn't anymore. Eagles up by 2. Pack to the basket. Pack, he ties it up at 75. Now 9 seconds remaining. Smith gets it up to Gaines. Now 4 seconds to the basket. Bertinato the block.
What a clutch block there by Raul Bertinato, getting his hands up high. KP did just enough to get the shooter to fumble that ball just enough. Great defensive possession there by the Eagles with 2.4 seconds to go. We'll see if Welch can get the game-winning bucket or if we're going to go to overtime.
Here's the bucket to tie it here. Pack to the rim. Basket good. He now has 28 points and 9 rebounds. And here's the block by Bertinato. Had the swat, but the swat came as he remained vertical as well, and he almost waited to swat once the ball went airborne.
Yeah, he did a really good job of just not jumping from A to B, owning his air time as a defender, and good job. I thought it was going to be one of those things where there might have been a whistle, but good job on Raul to keep vertical and only block when it was really needed.
The Flames, 48% from the field, 71% from 3. Any bucket will win it. Who's the ball going to with 2 and 4/10 of a second remaining on the clock?
I have no doubt that it's either going to find its way to Draven Smith or I could see it also going to Tony Gaines.
Gertz, Bertinato, Woods, Stickles, and Pack. The 5 for the Eagles. Gaines, Smith, Erickson, Randall, the inbounder, and Carter. They get inbounds. Smith, the fading jumper, no good. And for another game, we're going to overtime here.
Man, 2 games in a row, we're getting extra basketball.
Man, oh man. What a weekend, honestly. A lot of basketball. All the games, once again, being decided within 1 to 2 points. Nonetheless, we'll go ahead and take a break as both teams prepare to go to overtime. Five more minutes of overtime basketball. The second time in 3 days. Alvin Chapman alongside with Clay Miller, Bertinato, and Draven Smith. Center court for the tip-off. Both teams get one more 30-second timeout. But also to mention, Thornhill, Randall, Carter, all with 4 fouls in this game.
Yeah, what's a night like with a little extra free basketball?
Absolutely. One thing to notice as well, last time the Eagles went in an overtime period, a person that usually scores the most points didn't really score much in the first 2 regulation periods, but exploded in that second half, rather the overtime period, which was Tyler Mallory. Exploded for 8 points in overtime. The Eagles having to keep account of many players here, as now the Flames score first in the overtime period.
It's definitely going to be something to watch, who the ball is going to go to in these clutch moments with 4.5 to go, who the Eagles are going to go to, who the Flames are going to go to. It's going to be fun basketball.
Gertz goes inside to Bertinato. Bertinato keeps his pivot foot alive. Peck left all alone. 3-pointer no good. Stickles the rebounds. Peck goes to Bertinato. Bertinato to Gertz. Gertz back to Peck. The Eagles now with 15 to fire as well. Peck 0 of 5 from downtown, 1 of 6 from the field, but Peck, he is 12 of 18 from the field. Fading jumper off the back rim. Attempted to be kept alive there by Gertz, but to no avail. Now the Flames can potentially push this to a 2-possession game. Gaines receives a screen from both Erickson and also Smith. Snakes the screen, stops in his tracks, goes to Randall in the corner, triple good. Now a 5-point lead.
And that is who the Welch Flames want to shoot. He has been super efficient from the 3-point line tonight.
A 3 not necessary. Switching crossover for Pack. Pack gets inside, layup good. He now has 30 points, had 29 a number of days ago against Huntington College.
He is just being very efficient tonight, doing a really good job of getting to the rim, taking high efficiency shots.
Carter Throws it away. Stickles the steal. Stickles with one more man to beat. Behind his back, right into the grasp of Randall.
Would have loved to see Paul just take that up by himself.
And just like that, a backcourt violation by Randall. The same man with the steal.
Got a backcourt situation here. Definitely could have gone either way. I feel like because he jumped into it, his last known position by rule was behind the timeline, so that's going to be a backcourt.
Kurtz will hand it off to Pack. Pack, spin move, layup, good. Pack now with 32. Eagles now bring it within 1. They find Gaines. Gaines will drive. Gaines' layup is good, embraces the contact as well. Gaines now with 13. Give him 9 rebounds as well.
Really strong take through the contact from Caden Pack. Takes a lot of concentration. That's a very good layup.
Pack has scored both buckets so far in the overtime period. They go inside to Gertz. Gertz tries to work on Randall, turns into the help and loses it, but a foul called. It's Randall's 3rd of the game. I mentioned that it was Randall's 4th foul earlier. We must have it wrong here on our live stats. The books have something completely differently. Nonetheless, Gertz having shooting 6 of 7 from the free throw line today. Misses the first one nonetheless. Second free throw on its way, cuts the deficit now to 2. And now a full timeout called here by head coach Jason Bell. 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Clay, let's step aside here briefly. Peck, Pack, Stickles, Bertinato, and Gertz. The unit for the Eagles, Carter at the guard spots. Smith, Gaines, Randall, as well as Erickson, who had a big second half. 13 total points for him. Gaines tries to work on Stickles. And a foul, I believe that's going to be either on Stickles or Gertz. Let's see. Yes, on Stickles. That's his 4th foul of the evening. And an absence. We're not going to go into the details of the injury, but Azucena not been shown in this game in this overtime period and even in the latter half of the second half. And Gaines, even another free throw on the table, 1 of 5 from the line tonight. Second attempt, no good.
Man, both teams leaving a lot on the table on the free throw line. We'll see how that plays out with the last minute and 40.
Peck will drive here, goes to Stickles. Pack, the triple, no good. The tip available nonetheless for Bertinato. He leads all rebounders with 12 rebounds on the evening. Give him 12 points as well.
Yeah, that's just a great job there by Raul, being up there, getting in position, making sure that he's doing well.
Loose ball. Let's see the verdict here. The timeout, I guess, granted by head coach Greg Fallbush. No, not a timeout. I saw him point to the bench's direction. It's actually going to go southbound with the Flames. Knotted up at 82 apiece as well. Clay Carter prepared for the inbound as well. This will be 11, rather 20 on the shot clock. Let's see what the verdict is here. We'll go ahead and step aside briefly. Let's actually, I think there's blood on the floor here. Let us see. I believe when there's blood on the floor, it actually has to be stopped, and the trainer has to take care of it, correct? So once the medical staff takes care of that, we'll step aside here briefly as well. .20 seconds on the shot clock. Carter, the inbound, deflected as well by Stickles. Gaines. Carter now by Pack. And the steal available by Stickles. And off the foot of Stickles as well.
I love the defensive intensity there by Paul Stickles. Just really fighting. He got the tip on the inbound, and now he almost got the takeaway on the other side.
Now Randall going to be the inbounder. Carter available. Gertz also available for defense. Gaines now guarded now by Stickles. Rather by Pack. 8 to fire. They go to Erickson. Erickson drives. Goes outside. Carter triple. No good. Long rebound. Peck the chase down. Now about 20 seconds separates the shot clock and game clock. A triple not needed. Nonetheless, the ball has been in the grasp of Katie Pack the majority of this half. And also been in the grasp of Bertinato. Stickles will drive and find Pack. The Eagles now with 5 to fire. Pack nearly loses it. 2 seconds to fire. And a shot clock violation prior to the buzzer firing. And we'll wait to hear the verdict here. That was interesting that they called shot clock violation when the rim also lights up and there's a buzzer that sounds to indicate that. Let's see what the verdict's going to be.
Yeah, that's a little strange that he called that before the shot clock came back through. He started whistling and motioning towards the shot clock violation before it actually went off.
There'll be 1 second left on the shot clock. Inbound from the sideline. Very interesting call here. Now the Eagles need something very quickly out. Timeout will be called. Let's step aside here briefly to discuss things here as teams, both of them discuss things as well. Now with just 1 second remaining, I'll chat with Clay Miller. Clay, just wondering, is there enough time to potentially get a quality shot up prior to the shot clock expiring?
It might not be quality, but it definitely is humanly possible to get a shot.
Bertinato! Oh, man! What a play drawn up!
Wow!
And a 2-point lead available. That was beautiful. Now 15 on the game clock. Gaines loses it. And off the knee of Bertinato, who's had a monstrous night. 14 points with 12 rebounds. And a beautiful play call there by head coach Jason Bell. Here's a timeout here as well. The final timeout. And look at the play here. Bertinato with the reverse layup.
A little bit of contact on there too. Huge concentration, one to catch an alley-oop and reverse layup. And through contact with 1 second on the clock. That is an extremely athletic play there from Raul Bertinato.
And honestly, I was looking at Paul Stickles. He wants us to talk about him too.
I mean,
that was even a better pass as well.
To get it to where it needs to be.
Absolutely.
Beautiful pass there by Paul Stickles. Credit on both sides. Great pass, great athletic play. I love it. Now it just comes down to, can the Eagles play solid defense for 10 seconds? No fouls, no threes.
We've talked a whole lot about Pack and also Gertz. Pack with 32, Gertz with 26. But Bertinato, man, 14 points on efficient splits, 6 of 8 from the field, with 12 rebounds. Now 10 seconds. Clay Carter, the senior guard, the inbounder. An attempt to get it into Smith, and Pack with the steal, and he'll head to the free throw line to potentially seal the deal.
And once again, we come back to the guy that's had the biggest night out of everyone else on this floor. Caden Pack coming up with possibly the game-sealing steal.
Pack has struggled at the free throw line tonight, just to mention 2 of 6 from the line. Randall out of the game due to foul trouble. Thornhill, who also has 4, into the game. Pack could potentially be 2 points shy of his career high of 36 that he had in the first game of the season. Pack's first free throw, no good.
It's definitely one the Eagles would have loved to see fall. That would have put it as a 3-point game. 7.1 seconds to go is a lot of basketball, especially in a one-possession situation.
Coach Greg Fallbush also with timeouts available at his disposal. And he knocks down the second one to give him 33. And a foul as well on Carter. It's Pack's third.
And they're going to be sending Carter to the line for 2 free throws here.
Could be a good thing to potentially secure the fact that they won't have a chance to tie things up. But you never know with this game of basketball what can happen in 5 seconds. First free throw, no good, wow. The Flames 0 for 3 from the free throw line this evening in the overtime period.
Eagles have to come up with this rebound. 5 seconds is a lot of time to grab a rebound and kick to an open shooter.
Misses the second. Pack the rebound. That's rebound number 10 for him. Gets it to Peck, and that's the ball game. The Eagles get it done in overtime periods.
And what a show from the Eagles here. Great concentration, coming down to key pivotal plays. And what a night for Caden Pack. 33 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals.
Absolutely. And so many key plays. If our video team can play a number of the replays from this half as well. But Nate, big-time players stepping up. Earl Bertinato catching the lob pass in order to secure the deal. Pack with this phenomenal defensive stop as well. That's his second steal of the game as well in order to make this a ball game. And then here's the free throws there by Pack. Splits them, unfortunately. but gets the job done nonetheless. A bit of the shooter's role as well. Pack finishes with 33 points, Gertz with 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists, and Bertinato with the lob pass to seal the deal. Man, what a weekend of basketball to conclude our November month.
Just as you said, it has been a thrilling weekend of basketball. Both games earlier being decided by 1 point. This game going to overtime, being decided by a defensive play. And it's just beautiful basketball to watch. It's been thrilling, and I wouldn't have loved to do it anymore being on the mic with you, Al.
Absolutely, brother. Hey, best of luck with your holiday season. Enjoy the time with your family. Fans at home, thank you so much for joining us here in the Nest, along with the Pensacola Christian College Eagles, for this magnificent time for us to get a chance to highlight and celebrate our athletes. Enjoy time with your family, eat some turkey, and most importantly, make sure that you are abundantly thankful for the things that the Lord has placed in your life. Nonetheless, Clay, really grateful for you as well. What a game. And I'm grateful for Caden Pack, doing a great job as well, not having any turnovers from the final 5 minutes of the second half and the entire overtime period.
Yeah, he did a really good job of being efficient and being really smart with the ball.
Fans at home, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you in the month of December.